Okay, today topic is third party. So last time we had a discussion on the consignment process and P2P, right? Now we are talking about the third party. So I hope you are already aware about the third party procurement. So the third party procurement is nothing but like a we get the order from customer, but we are not dispatching the stock to the customer directly. We are requesting to send vendor this quantity, whatever the order quantity, the vendor is dispatching directly to the customer, right? So here we don't need to do any GR here. The point is one, we don't need to do any GR from our point of view when we order to the vendor. Why? Because our delivery address is not our plant address, it is a customer address. Okay. And the second point is we get the order from the customer, okay, but we are not dispatching the stock to customer. Okay, why? Because we don't have that stock. We are requesting vendor to dispatch the stock to customer. Okay, but the invoice and billing part, it will be the individual. So I will raise the billing to the customer and I will get the invoice from the vendor. So the payment will be happen between the vendor and me and between customer and me. But the dispatch of the stock from happen from the vendor to customer directly.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, as I discussed now, so we'll get first customer order. We'll get the customer order first. Okay. And based on the customer order, okay, the purchase requisition created, PR created in background. Okay. And then we'll process the PO with reference to PR. Then we will not do any GR. We'll do the only vendor invoice, and will not do any delivery to customer. Why? Because it is automatically dispatched from the vendor to customer. Then we can raise the customer billing. Okay. So here the case is vendor invoice we will pay amount to vendor, and customer billing customer will pay amount to ours company. Okay. And there is no GR here. Okay, the point is no GR. So, but so statistically, but logically, the stock movement, the stock transfer from vendor to customer. Logically is nothing but like a we are not displaying anything in the system, but we just assuming that okay, I got some confirmation from the vendor. Okay, this stock is moved to customer. So based on that confirmation, we are paying the invoice and we are taking the billing from the customer. Okay. Now in the PO, okay, there is no GR button. Okay, and obviously we will not do the any GR based IV. Okay, no GR based IV because there is no GR in the my location. So there is no verification between GR based IV and there is no goods receipt also. There is no checkbox in the goods receipt. So I will show you where it is. Okay, no goods receipt checkbox. But invoice will be presented and invoice check, invoice receipt. Okay, let's create the first. Okay, so before creating this third party procurement, okay, how the system will understood whether it is a customer order is normal delivery order or it might be third party order, how system knows. So there will be a general item category. Okay, the item category group should be the metal master record. in material master record, item category group is there. So it should be third party sales. Okay. So then where we can see in the sales data, we can see this one. Okay, I will show you that. Okay. So if it is a normal delivery, then it is standard item category group. But if it is a third party, then you have to select the item category as a third party sales. So how it is like bands. Bands will be the code is the bands. If it is normal sales order, it should be like norm and ORM. Okay, I will show you that it is SD part, but at least we need to understand that how it will be works. Okay, now let's open the system. Okay, let's first we need to go sales order. So the transaction code is VA01. Okay, VA01 is a transaction code. So how we have the document type NB, UB like here also sales order type will be the what it is standard or is the standard. Okay, so I can take the with existing any reference of order, can take any existing order. Okay. Okay, let me show you that here one thing. Okay, if I go to material master record before creating the sales order, I just want to go to material master record. So go to MM03, okay, and go to sales data and go to plan. Okay, here if you see that here there is a field like item category group. Okay, if it is norm, that means it is a standard one. If it is a bands, okay, you can see here if there is a bands, that is standard one. Bands is a third party item. Okay, so what it will be happen in case if I selected norm and if it is not I am selected bands, what will be happen if you selected a norm? Okay, the system will expecting that, okay, the customer delivery creating from the system level. You in SAP you are creating customer delivery manually. Okay, in case if you selected the bands, that means you are not dispatching from your location, you are dispatching from the that means it is a third party which we don't need to do any delivery. Okay, now let me change this one first. Okay, go to MM02 and go to sales data and enter plan details and the details. Okay, now I'm changing this one norm to bands. Okay, norm to bands and the general item category it is a norm. Generally it is norm. Okay, it is for the creation of sales order purpose. It is not required, but this item category group is the mandatory bands. Okay, it is a third party system. Okay, enter. Okay, you can see here the third party it is changed. Now I'm saying this one. Okay, so this is tax related. Okay, if anything which is tax related, we can fill any mandatory fields are there. But okay, and coming to next. Okay, this will take care by SD, but for practicing purpose, we need to create the sales order. Okay, the transaction code for creation of sales order is VA01. Okay, and you can take any of the existing order number. Okay, you can take existing order number. Why? Because we are not aware about all these fields, right? So you can take the existing of the any order. So how you can take? You can go to VPK table or VPF table of sales order. Okay, and you can find that any with this material any sales order it is exist or not. Okay, and if you can find that, okay, item category is toss. Toss is nothing but like a, okay, it is also third party. Okay, in the middle master record it is a band and it is sales order, it will display like task TAC TAS. Okay, I will display that. I will show you this TAS. Where is the TS? Okay, if you can see here, TAN, it is the standard. Okay, norm will be converted as a standard TAN. Okay, in the sales order. Okay, and this is the third party item. Okay, so whatever you entered in the metal master record bands, that will be converted to toss in the sales order. Okay, the sales order item category group is different. Metal master item category group is different. So in metal master record, whatever it is there item category group, that will be converted as a toss. Okay, so as testing purpose, I think we just need how to create the sales order. But if you want to go in the depth, okay, again SD team have to come into picture. Okay, so in the configuration level they will be do this bands and conversion to toss and norm conversion to tan. So that is stock purpose. But now for understanding purpose, I'm just explaining about that. The bands, whenever you enter in the metal master record, bands that it will display in the sales order as a toss. That's all. Okay. Now I got one sales order number which is a third party. Okay. I can take that was a reference. Okay. Just click on with reference. Why? Because if you create a manually, might be you don't know some fields how to enter. Okay, so better you can take the existing sales order and you can copy. In case if you don't know if you didn't find that any existing orders, uh, right, you can, what you can do, you can just go to VA03. Okay, just go to VA03 and you can just take the existing order sales document number and just take this VA03 and enter. Okay, then you can find here the details, ship to party, sold to party, material number. Okay, and whatever the details which is required, you can take it. Okay, but I'm just taking the reference because I have the order number. I can go ahead. Okay, now I'm just copying this one. Okay, copy this one. Okay, so on 10th07 there is no goods received accepted. Maybe it is holiday. Then it is possible 11th. Okay, the plant to calendar. Last time we had discussion, right? The plant calendar, if it is a holiday, Sunday, Saturdays, it will be considered, right? Now enter. Okay. Now, so here once you enter the details, it will give you that okay, the required delivery date is 19. Okay, and the confirmation and delivery confirmation 29th. So you'll get a confirmation date. Okay. Can so the system will propose that when you will get the stock. Okay, now if you can see here, okay guys, if you can see here, it is copied from the existing order. Okay, existing order. In case if you don't know, okay, in case if you don't know the order number, okay, but if you have the details, then you can enter the manually sold to party, ship to party, date, okay, and material number and how many pieces you required. Okay, and just double click on that and you can go to conditions here. The conditions you can enter the price here. Okay, this is the price. Okay, how we are entering in the PO level, the price. Here also we can enter the customer price, customer sold price. Okay, clear? And you can also enter the charges. All it is the same. How it is on vendor side, how it will be like here also we can have the same prices. Clear? Now,
It's clear.
now, now once you enter that, so what I said, you need to observe that item category field here. In this sales order level, there is item category group is there. You need to find that, okay, this TAS. So I said, right, in a mental master record, when I enter the band, that will be converted as a task, TAS. Okay. This is the blind mark. Okay. In the configuration level, they will be configured like when there is a band, it is a mental master record, that will be converted as a task. Why it is very important? Because based on this task only, the system will understand that, okay, this order is should be created delivery or whereas should not be created any delivery, or do we need to create any purchase requisitions in the background. So everything it will be depends on the this item category. So this item category is connected to in the schedule lines there is a CS. This is a schedule line category. Okay, in the configuration SD configuration, this task TAS converted to C, that is linked to CS. If CS is there, what it will be happen? The system will create the purchase requisition once you created the order. Once you created the order, the system will try to create the PR in the background. How it will be? Because of this CS. If it is a normal sales order, okay, it will be the CN. Those cases, it will not create any delivery number. It will not create any purchase requisition number. Okay, but this case, CS will be trying to create the purchase requisition mandate in background. So now you understand, right, what is the importance of the this item category and how it is important to schedule line category. Okay, I will show you the standard order also. Similarly, I can show you the standard order. Okay, if I take any of the one order, okay, I just go to this one. I don't want to go toss. Might be I will go for the tan. The tan is the standard one. Okay, if I just go to this one, any of the order, sales order, this is the normal customer order. Okay, which we are dispatching from our side. Okay, in this case, if you see that the item category is tan. Okay, and if you go to the schedule lines, again it will be the CP. C and CP, whatever it is different. So in this case, there is no purchase requisition created. Okay, it is a normal delivery. But our case is CS. CS will try to create a purchase requisition. Let's save this one. Okay, before going to save, you just need to check that. Okay, in the edit, you go to incompletion log. Just click on that. Okay, document is completed. If anything is it is pending in the sales order, okay, it will give that log. Okay, this is a pending. You have to enter the text. You have to enter the tax code. You have to enter the price. Like it will give you, but here everything it is fine. Then now I'm saving this one. So the order is created now. The sales order it is created now. Okay, this sales order number. Okay, now if you see that this is the material number. Okay, and the material number is item category is task. And if you see that in the schedule lines, the system created the purchase request number in the background. This is the purchase request number. How it is created? Because the schedule line category CS is helping to that we in the background in the configuration when you have the CS, the system will try to create a purchase equation from the configuration. Okay, so again if you need to check how it is and where we need to do the scheduling categories and all, you can go to configuration, you can check that, okay, where exactly the scheduling categories we need to be use and how it will be works. Okay, and everything it will be the again different configuration steps that works. Okay, so you can see here CS, right, CS here. So it is telling that, okay, you need to be create a purchase equation with the order type NB. Okay, here is the point. Okay, whether in the purchase equation how the system will create the purchase equation number with a with what document type here it is a configuration. So it will create the NB document type and item category 5 and account estimate category 1. These three combinations system will create the purchase requisition. Okay. Now in case the client is asking that I don't want to use the NB document type, they want to use some different document type, you can use. You can change here and you can update that. Okay. Now let's go to that. Now anyway, I have the PR number. Let's see whether this PR number is valid or not. Okay. So I can go to, I just copy this one PR and go to ME 53 and purchase requisition display. Display purchase requisition. Right now I have the PR number. I'm just going to this PR number. Okay, entering that. See here, the system created document type, which is with document type NB because of configuration, and again it is created because of the configuration account estimate category 1 and item category S. That means third party. Okay. So here the point is, one is item category is S and the account estimate category is third party. Okay. And now let's see that whether this is a valid PR number. Yes, let's go to that. How it is created. How I know that whether I created manually, whether it is generated from the MRP, whether it is generated from the sales document. How I know? How I know? I can go to contact person. This contact person, okay, who created and how it is created, the creation indicator, it will be displayed. So here you can see that it is created from the sales and distribution document. That means it is created from the sales order. And I can see that purchase group and purchasing MRP controller, those it is capturing from the again configuration and the master data. Okay, and I can see here. I can see here, okay, my sales order number also. What is the link here? Okay, I can see the sales order number also. From this sales order number, it is the created PR. I can see this information. Clear? Now I am creating the PO by using this purchase requisition. Now create purchase order with reference to PO. Right? Let's create a PO using this requisition. Enter. Then the data which is captured, item details. Now you need to enter that the header data, whatever it is there from the who is the vendor and what is the price and who will be supplying the goods and the price, everything we can capture.
How can you find vendor? Vendor we not created.
No, vendor you can use. You already created vendor master record, right? Any of the vendor. It might be the nearest store, or it might be an Amazon store. It depends vendor. Multiple vendors we have. So whatever vendor you can select from your.
Okay. Any vendor, no problem.
Any vendor, no problem. It's not okay. We created some third party vendor or something. We can use. Okay. Okay. Now now messages. If you can have the messages, you can do it, and you can take the printout. Okay. And we can this is the output determination again. It is normal. Okay. And now I'm saving this PO. So, okay, let's see what observations in the PO. The observations are, okay, the goods receipt not checked. That means there is no goods receipt here. And invoice checkbox, there is no GR based driving. But there is an invoice receipt, it is there. That is only we're talking, right? We no GR based driving, no goods receipt, check invoice receipt. That means only invoice receipt is checked. Right?
Okay.
Okay. And now If you want to enter the tax code, you can enter tax code and other details also you can enter. And if it is any release strategy approvals or it is there, you can enter the approval release strategy also. Okay. So that was the other part, which is like it is normal how we are doing. So the same. Okay. Now, what was the next step after creating PO? After creating PO, what was the step?
Release strategy.
No, if it is release strategy there, you can release. But if there is no release strategy, you leave it about it. So I don't think for this release strategy there. If there is no release strategy, okay, leave it about it. The next step. What is the next step? Once you create a purchase order.
GR, goods receipt. There is no goods receipt here.
Yeah. So there is no goods receipt here. Okay. If you try to do goods receipt also, okay, it will not accept. See, there is no goods receipt possible for this PO. Why? Because it is a third party PO.
Sales order, third party.
Okay. Now I'm doing the MIRO, invoice receipt. I'm paying the amount. So let's assume that okay, the vendor is dispatched the stock. Okay. Now what we need to do? We need to create the order. Okay. Now, sorry, we need to create the invoice. Now create the invoice and do payment. Whatever you can do it here. Okay. Now everything you can do, whatever you can do, it is same. Whatever we are doing the normal process, it is the same. Okay. How much you need to pay, how much, all it will be clear here. Now post the invoice. Okay. The invoice is posted.
Yes.
Okay. That means the procurement level, the procurement side, it is completed. The procurement side, okay, completed. PO created, invoice completed. There is no GR. So finance side, they will be paid the amount. Okay. Yeah. But from sales order point of view, okay, from the sales order point, if you go to VA03, okay, if I go to this one, I can see here the documents which is connected. Okay, display document flow. Here the sales order number and for the sales order number, what is the PO it is created. That. But sales order still it is open. So when it will be closed? Once you completed the billing. Once you completed the billing, then only it will be completed. Right? Clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay. So in this case, what you can do, if I try to create the delivery in the sales order, okay, the system will not accept. If I try to create a delivery, okay, the system will not try. It will not accept because okay, there is no delivery relevant. Why? Because it is a third party. So even from the sales team level also, they don't want to do any delivery, but they want to be create a billing, right? So I will just create a billing here. Okay. So again, this is the sales people will do, but I'm just displaying that. Okay, I can create a billing here. Okay, and I can take the amount from the customer, right? So this is the amount which I charge. So I'm charging this amount from the vendor, right? Now I'm saving this one. Billing document is created. Okay. So this is the way we are doing. Okay. Now the invoice which is created from the sales order, and invoice created. Okay. But still invoice is pending because finance said it is payment is not cleared. Okay. That will be finance team will take care. Maybe ST team and finance team they will take care. So but this is the process. Okay. So this is the third party sales. So did you understand what is the difference between the vendor consignment, P2P and third party?
Yeah, I can understand.
In a vendor consignment stock, we will receive the stock, okay, but it's not our ownership stock. But when you are clearing the stock, that means when you are consuming the stock, or when you are consuming the stock, or when you are transferring the stock, okay, then only you will be paying amount to the vendor. But in the third party system process, the customer orders to you, okay, that means you are ordering to the Amazon again ordering to the vendor dispatching to you. Okay. So this is the third party.
Yes.
So any questions?
No. During third party, no queries.
No questions. Okay. Where is Arjun? Just call Arjun again.
Calling 2 times. I now leave the car. 1 second, I'll try.